Hi, and welcome to the Packer TV. I'm Dean Cooper.
And I'm Tamara Furlansky. Together, we have all of the industry news that you need.
It looks like the sweet potato crop is even sweeter this year, and we're not just talking about flavor.
And that's right, and a little later in the show, we'll tell you why growers are happy.
Here's what else is coming up today.
A slightly smaller apple crop is on the way.
What more Mexican tariffs mean.
And Philly's new terminal hits a delay.
It looks like the upcoming apple crop will be smaller than usual. With more on what you can expect, here's the Packers' Andy Nelson.
About 222 million bushels of U.S. apples are expected in 2010-11, 6% less than last season and 3% under the 5-year average. The U.S. Apple Association released the forecast at its annual Apple Crop Outlook and Marketing Conference, which I attended in Chicago August 19th and 20th. The U.S. apple estimate is lower than the USDA forecast, as usual, which estimated the 2010-11 total at about 226 million bushels. According to the association, industry leader Washington is expected to produce about 133 million bushels, 3% more than last year and 2% above the 5-year average. That estimate is under the USDA estimate of 135 million bushels for the state. For the Packer TV, this is Markets Editor Andy Nelson.
Speaking of that fruit, the U.S. Apple Conference just wrapped up. Our Tom Kars was also in attendance to present the Packers Apple Man of the Year Award. And here's Tom with the details.
One of the highlights of the year for me is presenting the Apple Man of the Year Award on behalf of the Packer and the Grower publications. I relished the chance to deliver the good news to an unsuspecting recipient at the annual Apple Marketing Outlook Conference in Chicago. This year, the award went to Don Armick, president of Sparta, Michigan-based River Ridge Produce. It's gratifying to present the Apple Award to a worthy winner who was nominated by his peers. The honor, though given by our publication, truly springs from the Apple industry's heartfelt appreciation for its leaders. This is Tom Kars for the Packer TV.
In the wake of rising tariffs, Mexico is becoming more expensive to export a few more fresh produce items. Business editor Bruce Blythe says in mid-August, Mexico expanded a tariff list for U.S. imports to include apples, sweet corn, grapefruit, and oranges. But at the same time, it significantly dropped tariffs on grapes and potatoes. A total of a dozen fresh produce items are subject to 20% tariffs. That includes the 7 produce items on Mexico's original list, released in March 2009. The expanded list is the latest step in a trucking dispute between Mexico and the U.S. Mexico has been upset with its northern neighbor for canceling a pilot program last year that allowed Mexican truck drivers to operate in the U.S.
And Fred Wilkinson is here now with a recap of the Quebec Produce Marketing Association's annual meeting. Take it away.
George Pitsakoulis pledged to build on the success of his predecessor as he was named the 2010-11 president of the Quebec Produce Marketing Association during the group's recent annual meeting in Montreal. Pitsakoulis, president of Canada Wide Inc., accepted the leadership role from outgoing president Stéphane Dolbec. Pitsakoulis says he intends to maintain a focus on food service and the I Love 5 to 10 servings a day program during his term.
There is a strategic planning exercise that we're about to embark on, and I've actually even already we've already chosen somebody to head that task force in terms of setting up our plans for the next 4 to 5 years in terms of where we want to go with the association.
This is Fred Wilkinson with the Packer TV.
Its upcoming move right around the corner isn't the only change in store for the Philadelphia Regional Produce Market. It has a new name and is rolling out a new logo. Doug Ohlmeyer found out wholesalers now expect to move into the market in January, and it is now calling itself the Philadelphia Wholesale Produce Market. In late August, market officials unveiled the new logo and said the new name was strategically developed to position the new operation as a wholesale market that can service customers within a 500-mile radius of South Philadelphia. Originally, plans saw operations at the new facility on Essington Avenue, north of the airport, beginning this summer. However, the opening date has been delayed by several months. The delay hasn't upset new tenants because now they don't have to worry about moving in around the holidays.
The Southern sweet potato deal is shaping up to be one of the best in recent years. Overall, growers and shippers in North Carolina, Mississippi, Louisiana, and Arkansas are optimistic and predict higher prices for the season. George Wooten, president and part owner of Wayne E. Bailey Produce in Chadbourne, North Carolina, says national sales of sweet potatoes had an 18% increase in sales over the last year. Sweet potatoes are finding favor with consumers on more of a year-round basis, not just for the fall and winter holidays. Now, part of that is because of the spud's nutritional content, and they're just a little tasty too.
They are.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That does it for us on the Packer TV. We'll be back here next week with even more industry news.
And if you have something you'd like to see on the show, let us know by commenting below this player.
And as always, we will see you next time. Have a great week.